So HFS is hosting its latest London Fora Leadership Council Roundtable in association with Genpact, where we're looking at how companies can develop an emerging technologies roadmap for digital business operations. And I caught up with event chairman Phil Fersht to talk about how HFS conceptualizes the ultimate end state for operations, as well as touch on some of the game-changing technologies needed to get there. I also talked to a few enterprise leaders to gauge where they are in their own digital journey, how things have evolved in recent times, and where we're heading as we hurtle into the hyper-connected economy.
We haven't really fundamentally changed the back office or middle office in 30, 40 years, and the front office has always driven the customer needs. And the OneOffice is about really breaking down those silos between the front, the middle, and the back into more of a OneOffice capability. So when the customer needs occurs, the operations can immediately respond to those needs. The people within the operations have their goals and their outcomes wrapped around the needs of the customer as they occur. So we look at the traditional front office, and then we look at three elements which really constitute operations. So you have a digital underbelly, which is where we look at the real underpinnings, the sort of circulatory system of the enterprise, where processes are cloudified, where they're secured, where they're automated. Then we look at the intelligent digital support functions, which are the people-driven functions like HR, finance, procurement, supply chain, etc. And these need to be far more wrapped around customer outcomes and customer goals. So we start to look at processes that are broader, like we look at customer to cash rather than order cash, customer to pay rather than procure to pay, things like that. And then finally, we look at what we call the predictive digital insights, which is those capabilities, those AI, automation type technologies, those cognitive technologies, which really allow us to think ahead and make predictive decisions based on real-time data, not just decisions made on historical archives and things like that. So that's like the brain of the company. But overall, it's about bringing together those constituents, being more predictive and anticipatory, and really being much more nimble and agile as we go into this kind of hyper-connected world that we're talking about.
I think all companies are moving towards a OneOffice type vision as it is. I think at different paces. It's a lot easier if you're a new entrant because you get to build it for the first time and you can do that straight away. I think it's far more difficult for legacy businesses, and particularly businesses that are of scale or complexity, and that's either geographic or different business models or regions, all that make it harder to do. But I think everybody's moving there, just the pace of it is very different.
So BT Group Business Services is only just beginning to get its mind around what a OneOffice concept is. Some of the foundations that you'd expect to be in place are there, but I think it's fair to say we're really only just starting that journey. What does OneOffice mean in our environment? I think it's important to understand that because the frame within which we operate is different perhaps to other organizations. If we were to define the OneOffice environment as a digitally enabled, frictionless, consumable experience for our customers, and whether those customers are our external customers, our internal customers, or our employees, all equally important, they're all used to in their personal lives an easy experience, whether it's an Amazon, an Uber, an Airbnb, it's a digital journey end to end. And I think we've got some of those building blocks in place. We're investing in process redesign using Lean and Six Sigma. We're about to aggressively move in that direction. We have quick automation up and running. We're going to move towards large-scale RPA in the coming 6 to 12 months. We're relatively immature on that journey. But actually more than that, it's around a cultural mindset. The types of skills, the types of capabilities that our people need to be able to help us evolve towards a OneOffice environment are actually, I think, quite different. So that cultural change to create that seamless experience is something that we're really only just about to start. If the goal is around value, cost value, customer experience value, employee value, all of those need to come together. And for that to happen, I think the OneOffice environment concept, the framework, is going to be very important for us.